Okay, welcome people of the internet to the Lords of Lag debut podcast. I'm very excited for this. My name is Peplaw. I will be trying to keep things in order here. I am joined by my three good friends, Jared, aka Demon's Gaze.
Hello.
Brett, aka Cuckles.
Wait, what? Why am I here?
You're here to talk about games,
right,
plus it's on
yeah.
your channel. I'm also joined by John, aka Alpha Shadow.
Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
job.
Enthusiastic crowd
yeah.
here. So, very exciting stuff. We're going to talk about all things gaming. We'll try to do this on a weekly basis, try to get all the current events, and we'll throw in some random other gaming topics every now and then. So, the big story this last week was Gamescom, the huge event in Cologne, Germany. About 300,000 people every year descend on Cologne, Germany. I'm sure it's a nightmare to be there. But it's a big thing in the gaming world, so I just wanted to start off. Let's just talk about that. What did you guys think of it? What were your expectations? What were you happy about?
I really was kind of... To me, it's kind of meh. There's not really too much great stuff added. I was mostly looking forward to Halo and seeing what they announced for that. And
I like the Halo ranking system announcement.
The ranking system was great to announce, but not really anything I thought was like amazing or like unexpected. I kind of knew they were going to go with Halo 2. But
I mean, there's not much they could do to like blow people's pants off with the games that have already come out.
Right, and I mean, as far as I know it's not a thing where they're going to announce a lot of games because this is for the public to actually see what they got going. So, and Sunset Overdrive still, I'm intrigued by it. So,
as am I.
I
still haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, I think this entire conference was a complete waste, and it was meh. Because
you're just salty because you woke up early for it.
No, I'm not salty. Well, yeah, okay. Thanks, Germany, for making me wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch this thing. But it was like they could have. It was a lot of meh. There wasn't anything interesting really announced. There wasn't anything interesting really discussed that you didn't already know about a ton of games. Both the Microsoft and Sony conference were just dull, with Sony's being even more dull.
Yeah, I didn't even watch Sony's because you guys warned me it was pretty bad. I watched the trailers that they showed, but
I actually saw Sony's, and Sony's was not that interesting.
I mean,
I didn't watch EA's.
I didn't watch EA's either. I didn't even know they really had one. But the most interesting thing about Sony's conference stream was that it went down like halfway through for like 5 minutes. And it was just black screen with a guy still talking. So that was pretty funny.
So Sony still can't get their streams together because they had that same issue at E3 last year.
And everybody thought it was Assassin's Creed not working right. No one knew if it was a stream or Assassin's Creed. But this year at Gamescom,
I think Destiny also was messed up. Anyway.
Yeah, it was Destiny as well during E3. But I didn't have high expectations coming into this since E3 just happened, 2 months ago? Everything was already announced there. I thought they did a good job. I think a lot of the little things that were thrown in at this conference were the bigger thing. Like, Geometry Wars 3 was announced, and that's huge for me, and I know a lot of other people have been wanting that for a very long time. That wasn't even part of any of the conferences.
I didn't even see a news article about that. That doesn't interest me at all because I don't care about Geometry Wars, but neat, I guess.
It was fun.
I do. It was
enjoyable.
It has a very large fan base. Plus, they said they're rapidly expanding. Like, it's going to be 3D this year instead of 2D, and there's going to be a lot more stuff and a campaign this year. But I thought that was big. That plus some of the ID Xbox stuff I thought was pretty good. Like Smite coming over I think that's a huge deal because MOBA has not been on console yet, to my knowledge. A big name one anyway. And Xbox getting that is pretty impressive since Sony's been getting MOBA. Since Sony's been getting all the most of the PC games. I thought that was a big deal. And that Escapist game looked really good. the 16-bit escape from prison game.
Yeah.
Still checking it out.
In terms of Smite, I'm not interested for Smite. First of all, because I have marginal no interest about MOBAs in general. But Smite just kind of looks way too generic and really quite dull. Like
It is generic for a MOBA, but it's never been done on console before, so it's kind of a big deal, I think.
just because
It'll be interesting to see.
it's new to console doesn't mean everyone has to hype around it because it's the only MOBA on console. I mean, if it's not a good game, it's not a good game.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a big deal because Smite's not even that popular on PC. It's still overshadowed by League of Legends and Dota. But I think it's interesting just because with the Gearbox announcement of Battleborn a couple months ago, since that kind of looks like a MOBA, kind of MOBA.
Though Gearbox has not fully stated that it's going to be a
Yeah.
MOBA.
They're trying to say
Battleborn.
it's not.
Yeah, but Battleborn looks a lot more. It's like has a really interesting premise, and it's they haven't showed off any gameplay for it. They've just kind of like discussed it's like, hey, this is the next thing we're working on, and
Yeah.
it's like the story of like when like they're literally on like the last either planet or planets in the universe or something like that, and you're like fighting for control over something, and just the crazy amount of different characters, because it's like when everything in the universe starts like dying and you condense the universe into these planets, so, I mean, you're bringing a whole bunch of random things together conversing around this like last star. That's it, the last star in the universe or something like that. And I think Battleborn's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I do too. I think it'll be good. I do think it's going to be more of a MOBA than Gearbox wants it to be, but that's just, I don't know. There's still a lot of time before that comes out. They said, what, early 2016 probably for that? So that's still probably a very long ways off. I want to talk about least and favorite parts of the Gamescom conference. And I think my favorite part was probably what I said earlier, probably with Geometry Wars, because that's big for me. That wasn't even part of a conference, though, but it was announced during Gamescom, so I'll say that. My least favorite part was definitely Quantum Break. I'm not looking forward to that game. I don't know why everybody has it so hyped. It looks very generic single player with a gimmick of time stop, and it just doesn't appeal to me very much.
If we're adding things that were just announced during Gamescom and not specifically shown in the conferences, then I think it's probably a tie between in Borderlands the pre-sequel, they showed off a bit of Claptrap's action skill, or the fact that Meta Knight got announced for Smash Brothers.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
Wow.
Meta Knight got announced for Smash Brothers and got a nerf.
OP again?
No, he's not going to be OP because they nerfed his up B attack, which used to
was glide.
Yeah, it used to go up and do a glide, but now it just goes up and does like a loop of a couple of attacks and then ends. The least favorite part is probably the conferences because they were terrible. Kano was announced outside of a conference as well, but
he is. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, he was.
I guess.
And
still kind of wish they had a new one, like a new person.
Yeah, it's kind of weird
That'll
how
be a
Mortal
late
Kombat's
announcement,
announcing a lot more serious regulars instead of new people. Like, the only new people we've seen from Mortal Kombat is the Bug Lady and the, like, brute guy with the little girl on his shoulder or whatever. But no, they've been announcing, like, nothing.
I'd say I'll be intrigued by Kano. I want to see how good he is in that.
It'll probably be the exact same almost.
Well, they're adding it. They're adding in this new system where every character has like 3 different modes you can choose from.
Oh yeah.
So changing up things, like it's like having a character and then being able to have 3 different characters that are all kind of the same in one.
So they're almost kind of going Marvel vs. Capcom with it.
No,
With the beta, alpha, omega, or whatever.
well, the Marvel vs. Capcom thing is just like which one is your super move. The
Oh,
Mortal
okay.
Kombat one is kind of changes up the fighting style.
Kind of like Brawl or Wii U or whatever it is, the Wii U Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, that's going to be a little bit of a trend in fighting games coming up, is the characters having different styles all in one.
I
So,
think that's
Jared, what
kind
was
of
your
cool.
favorite and least favorite part?
My
Gamescom.
favorite, I'd have to say, I'm a sucker for open world driving, so Forza Horizon.
Generic, realistic racing game. It's just unappetizing for me.
Love. I'm gonna love the shit out of it. It's gonna be amazing.
It's a popular genre. There's like four of those games. There's like four of those games coming out though, isn't there? There's the Crew.
Yeah, there's the
Forza,
Crew, Drive Club.
There's Drive Club. I guess 3 major ones.
Yeah, but
But still, that's a lot.
I love Horizon too. I love the first Horizon. I spent a lot of time doing that one, and I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time on Horizon 2 as well. And least favorite, I don't know. I would honestly, this might be a bit of a surprise, but I'd have to say DayZ on PlayStation 4 because I don't see it working.
Well, it doesn't work very well right now, but it still has a huge fan base.
It has a huge fan base,
a lot of
but
people
I don't
really
see.
excited
I think
about
it's gonna piss everybody off how bad it's gonna run on a console.
I doubt it.
Unless you can
People on
plug
PC.
a keyboard in and actually use it, I don't see how it's gonna work at all.
They
It'll
will
work.
most
It'll be
likely be able to
simplified.
dumb down the controls.
Well, they did it for Minecraft on the
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was about
360.
to say. Minecraft works great.
Minecraft
a lot of
doesn't
people say
even-
Minecraft is better on console.
Ugh.
I don't think that, but
It would be if they
control-wise,
could
it's
keep it up to
better.
date, but
Yeah, if it was up to date and control-wise, yeah, it'd be better. But no, with all
even
the mods you
controls,
can
there's
do
not
on
that many
PC.
differences between Minecraft on PC, like control-wise to
Well, it's
console.
crafting. It's mostly crafting.
Crafting is
Well, but they also
simplified,
got
but
to
they
work.
didn't have to do that.
It works
I
on
mean,
the consoles with all the buttons.
They could have
It is
simply
just
just had
nice
to
not
change
having
everything.
to look up how to make everything and memorize it. It's nice
Yeah.
to just
Yeah.
go and click it.
But I mean, DayZ, there's like I think almost every button on the keyboard has something it's used for.
What?
That's the issue.
Yeah,
That's
it-
crazy.
No, it's not that complicated.
It,
Like a
it
bunch.
is
It's a
pretty-
lot.
No,
It
a
is a
bunch.
lot.
Like a bunch of the buttons are like lean to the left and lean to the right, crouch.
Which they'll use
prone.
the D-pad for, and probably
There's a
like
flip-off
throw in
button.
left bumper.
There's emoticon things
and the
that are
D-pad to make
easy,
that happen.
and there's like opening an inventory and stuff. I mean, it's all stuff that can be translated to a controller pretty easily. They just have to condense a few things.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have the whole making ammo thing because as of right now on DayZ, you have to get the ammo, split the ammo, load the ammo, empty the clip, like if you have 2 bullets
No.
left, you have to empty that clip, put it in
No,
another
because
clip.
DayZ purists are going to be like, what the fuck? And they're going to try and get everything that makes DayZ into the console version. The only problem is DayZ right now is a piece of crap.
Well, the thing is, DayZ purists are gonna stick with PC. They're not gonna.
No,
go
Yeah,
with
they're not
PS4.
going console.
It's
If they
gonna
could
be
make it work,
PS4.
it'd make me intrigued in a PS4.
It would
just
make
to
me
play
very.
that.
I've wanted to make DayZ to work because it has such a great concept. I wanted a game like that for the longest time. Just a huge open world game, a bunch of zombies, survival with other players running around. It's a great concept. They just haven't got it to work very well yet.
If you want to
And how long has it been out?
Well, it's been in development
2-3
for
years.
years. But if you
The
want
standalone came out last year, I think.
if you want a fun, free alternative, I suggest looking up Unturned on Steam. Because
I've
It's
heard
free?
about it. I haven't.
Yeah, it's free.
I've heard about it. I haven't.
It's-
I'll take a look at it.
it's got blocky, cartoony graphics or whatever that people are like, oh, it looks so much like Minecraft. It really doesn't. But they only say that because, oh, the people have blockheads. And it's like, oh, it's Minecraft because they have blockheads. No. Yeah. So,
I think I've seen a couple videos on
but
that.
like
It
the
looked
game,
I'll take a look at it.
the gameplay is pretty much exactly DayZ, and it's a hell of a lot more fun than DayZ. So,
Not as laggy or glitchy or whatever.
Well,
Daisy is a lot of lag and glitch. That disconnect is constantly
Yeah.
on everybody's screen.
Well, no, that's a glitch actually right now. The glitch is when the disconnect bar comes up, it means there's someone within 50 meters of you. So it's kind of a cheap tool of saying, oh, hey, there's someone near me. I should keep my guard up.
No, I didn't even know that was the thing. So that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah, it's just another bad glitch. Plus, there's
I like it.
Like, what was it? Two months ago, where someone hacked in and got all of the source code for the game, and they never really said anything about it. They're like, yeah, someone got all the source code. And that's all they announced. Everybody's like, are we gonna be all right? Are they be able to hack the game? They never really said anything because they know whoever got that code wants to, they could completely mess with that game. But anyway, let's talk about EA Access now because I am very excited for EA Access. Brett is not very excited. I'll let Brett go first.
Well, it's not that I'm not excited. I see no value in getting it because here's the basic summary of EA Access. So for $5 a month or $30 to pay for an entire year, you get access to play a catalog of EA games on the Xbox One and only the Xbox One, where any EA games that have come out for the Xbox One, you get the ability to access their vault and play their games for $5 a month or $30 a year. And you get access to the entire game. You don't have to buy the game, you just get it because you signed up for this subscription service. And as long as you're a member, you get to play those games. If you lose your membership, then you don't get to play those games, period. I don't see any value with this because, first of all, it's only EA games, and honestly, there are only one or two EA games I truly care about playing, and there just isn't enough there to warrant some kind of subscription service. Especially it's a subscription service that goes over your Xbox Live payments and any other payments, and it's just like, it's not worth it. I'd rather just buy the game and not have to pay for it.
Well, the thing is, a lot of those games cost $60, and if you just buy that, then it's only $30 for the entire year. Plus, you get all of those games. Like, right? Okay, they're starting out with Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle, Madden, FIFA, Battlefield. I think that's it.
Yeah, and UFC's probably going to be added soon.
UFC will be added very soon. I would assume Titanfall would be added probably.
And
at the end of the year as well.
At the moment, I would only be willing to play one of those games, Plants vs. Zombies. I already bought Plants vs. Zombies, so I see no value in EA Access. That's why I'm not going to take part.
I, on the other hand, I love it. I mean, I already have Madden, but I've wanted to sell it for a long time. Same with Plants vs. Zombies. I had it, played it, twice? Have we played Plants vs. Zombies even twice?
We tried to play it.
2 or 3
We tried to play it.
Somebody's connection keep going out, but...
It's the Lord of Lag. And that game has horrible matchmaking, by the way.
They made it a little better.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
We'll see.
No.
I could go trade in both those games at GameStop and get $30 for those games. I'd still own Titanfall as well. I wouldn't even need to trade that in, though I probably would. And then just pay $30 for the whole year. I've been considering getting FIFA and Battlefield already. Both of those used would probably run me more than $30. I can almost assure you it would. So I'm getting my money's worth right there. Plus I get all the other games that come with it. And I get all the future games. And I get to play the games early. Plus I get a discount on games I want to buy. And the only games I'm going to want to buy are probably Battlefront, because Battlefront's amazing.
I don't know. This just seems like another... It almost seems like EA's kind of sly attempt to do online passes again. Because I can almost predict down the line they'll be like, exclusive only to EA Access. This game. And it's like,
They won't make entire games strictly. They
I'd
might
be
have
pissed.
It come out. They might have a
that'd be
game come out a
bullshit.
day or two earlier. No, they're not even going to do that. They just have the trials. They have the play them 5 days early, and then your progress will carry over.
Yeah.
They'll never do that. I don't think they'll do that.
It's EA.
It is EA.
They've done worse.
That's where everyone is hooked up on it, is
Yeah.
can we trust EA?
No, as soon as I heard this, I thought, I'm like, oh, it was great. I'm like, where is EA going to just fuck us on this? Because it's going to happen somewhere.
That's what I've been looking. That's why I haven't just signed up for it. It's like I know EA has something in this policy that's going to screw us, but I haven't found it yet.
No,
And
I haven't
I'd
either.
love to do it because
Yeah.
I had
I've been-
Battlefield and I never really played it, and I
Maybe
just
because I
traded in
didn't
and got
play it.
almost $30 for that, and I could just get EA access, and then I could also play FIFA, which I've always wanted to play. Plus, eventually NHL will also get added in, and then I can play Madden,
And the
FIFA,
next
and
Madden.
NHL. And I don't
And
care if they're
Dragon Age.
past. I don't even care if they're past their, like, if the next iteration's out. It doesn't really matter to me.
No.
I mean, Ultimate Team is usually up for at least another year after the release anyway, so. And I usually only do the solo challenges, so.
I love it because the EA games, I tend to always want the EA games, but I never, like, really want them really bad or anything. Like, I usually end up buying the games, like, 3 or 4 months afterwards, so the EA Access thing literally works perfect for me. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm still at my house and not at my dorm. My internet sucks. But as soon as I go back, I'm probably downloading it right away.
It also depends on how like how quickly games get added to this
Yeah, that's
vault
the major
thing,
thing.
where you can actually use them in EA Access.
Because it does concern me that Titanfall still isn't on there. That's been out since March.
If it takes more than a year, then it's like, okay, I'm paying for this service and I'm not even getting the good games. And EA will probably want Titanfall not in EA Access for a while because they want Titanfall to keep selling at its price. And like
Well, I think it's a little different with Titanfall because that was their go-to game for this console. That's what they wanted. That's what Microsoft wanted people to buy this console for, was for Titanfall.
Yeah,
so
but
I
like
think that's why that
the
was
people
there.
who would truly want to sign up for the EA Access would want to get the good games first. And a lot of the games that they've detailed in there is like it's the 15th generation sports version game or Plants vs Zombies, which really didn't do very well, but a lot of people like it.
A lot of people like it. It didn't sell the best, but it's gotten generally good reviews.
It's honestly a pretty good game. Even the
is.
multiplayer is pretty dang fun. But it's just, to me, I just can't get on it that often just because I don't. There's so much other stuff I'd rather be doing.
Yeah,
And,
that's exactly my point.
And like Battlefield's an immensely popular game, and that's already in there. Even Battlefield 4 sold fairly well and has a pretty good population every day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, let's go on to something that actually John knows a lot about.
Do I?
Yes,
Yeah,
you'll be
it
able to
is.
actually contribute on this topic. I want to talk
Yay!
about I want to talk about Evolve and the Evolve delay, everything about Evolve.
What? Aww.
Yeah.
It just makes John depressed. He
I
doesn't know a lot
remember-
about it. He's just
I don't want to talk about this.
I saw this story go up on Kotaku, and then I immediately messaged Brett and John on Steam. I'm like, Evolve got delayed, and John's just like, oh.
In that exact voice.
and
It
I-
was fun.
And I was like, meh, 'cause I just got done playing the Evolve Alpha, so I kind of got a little demo taste already.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys talk about that first, because I have a different opinion than you guys.
So John,
I don't know. Didn't they say it was getting kind of boring though? Like that's what some people were saying, or was I don't know. I liked it, but
well, people say that kind of bullshit about everything. It's like, oh, I'm slightly bored. But like, the thing I just kind of found out recently through Gamescom actually was that it got delayed till February, which is such a kick in the nuts from being released in October.
that's stupid.
It's only 4 months.
It's 4 months, but that's 4 months of me not playing Evolve.
They also
There'll be
announced
other
that-
crap.
They announced
There
that
will be
Gamescom,
other
the
crap.
beta will be on Xbox One exclusively in
January.
January.
What? That's even stupider. It's not a beta. That's like a demo. That's
is
a
a
demo.
demo.
It is pretty much a demo at that point.
They should have done it like October
Well-
when it was supposed to release.
They could have been cool, but they're
Well,
not.
that's the thing with most of these multiplayer quote-unquote betas, is that they're all basically demos.
Except Battlefield, because their betas are absolutely terrible and everybody finds a bunch of game-breaking glitches. And then they stay in the game anyway, since their beta's so late, and it doesn't work very well.
Just like Evolve's gonna be.
Hopefully, the
No.
Halo 5 beta will actually mean something, but
Though
don't
I
believe it.
do think Evolve's delay is a legitimate thing to actually go and make more improvements to the game.
Yeah, I'm not convinced there. I think it's because they
think-
saw their pre-order numbers and they.
No,
saw
I
the
think it is.
competition.
No, like from what I saw from the alpha, there's definitely a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on. There's definitely going to be a wealth of content in this game when it releases, to like keep people appeased and stuff. Like I think yes, it's a way to get out of the like crazy fall psychopath. Like what earlier this
There's
year
a ton of games.
yeah, earlier this year you just like looked at October and how packed full of games it was.
Oh, my
And as the
goodness.
years gone on, like people have just been evacuating out of October and going to next year because there's just too much shit going on.
We've seen Batman and Battlefield do it. Now those games are all going to be competing with each other since they were all delayed. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're all coming out
Yeah.
around February or March.
Evolve and Hardline are definitely going to be fighting each other.
And Batman. Batman's right up there. That's a very popular series.
Wow. Yeah.
So they're still going to have competition.
But like
So
I already have Evolve fully paid off, so really I'm just waiting till I get my hands on the game. So I'm good.
So, I, on the other hand, I love Evolve being delayed. John's heartbroken about it. I
I'm
understand
dying.
that. I know. I understand that, but I wasn't even planning on getting it till like December or February, and now it's coming out in February, so that works great for me because I'm gonna be completely occupied with Destiny, Borderlands, and Halo this fall, and Pokemon. Those 4 games alone are gonna have me completely occupied, plus working in school. I just didn't see where Evolve would come, and now comes out in February. I don't even think I'm gonna get any other games in February. I might get Batman, but that's perfect for me. Works great.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get that because it was not going to fit in my budget at
No.
all. But now that's back in February, I probably have enough to get it then.
And it's great for us because it's a very co-op centric game, and the 4 of us would want to all play it at the same time, and it'll be better if we all have it at the same time, and I think now we will.
And then screw over the one monster guy.
Of course.
There's custom games where we can set up where it can be just us. We don't always have to have a random monster guy.
Oh,
I
love
like
a
random
random
people.
monster.
I don't know why you
Yeah.
people hate them. I love
No,
randoms.
I
No,
hate facing
I
them.
hate random teammates.
we would, but like the thing is, with the 4v1 gameplay, it wouldn't even really matter with the random monster because it's literally us just going up on co-op
Yeah,
with random
exactly.
difficulty monster. It's like this monster could either be a dumbass that we defeat in 2 seconds, or he could be a smart guy who will give us a problem the entire match.
Yeah, I love the idea of us facing a random person being the monster. I just don't want there to be like 3 or 2 of us on, and then we have 2 random teammates, and one of you guys is the monster. That won't go well.
That
would
actually
be
may happen.
great.
At least the alpha did it.
That's what
The
I
alpha
w-
did that.
That's what I want to do so badly. I want to murder you guys. Like friends.
That'd be cool if they could like have difficulty sliders to make it actually work well with 3 hunters instead of 4. But I think it's so class centric that I don't think that'll work.
But what happened in the alpha, Brad? Didn't it like completely get rid of the character or whatever? I think. Like if it literally had to be the normal character and not an NPC. I think.
Yes. Like the guy goes away, but also during the alpha, like people would be able to randomly like connect in. Like it would search for a new person when a person left and get them in as quickly as it could. So he wouldn't completely be left in the dust.
I don't know.
But
I'll look more into it when it what closer to it coming out.
Watch some
A
trailers.
lot more likely for me to get it now. I've seen
very,
gameplay of
very
it. I've
likely.
seen actual matches.
Nah.
it looks good. It looked really good. I just didn't have room for it, and I don't think it's going to be better than Borderlands and Destiny. And those come out at the exact same time frame, so I would just had never have time for it.
I still need to watch more Borderlands crap. I've only seen the Claptrap trailer thing. which was
That was
fun.
the newest one.
I don't need
Let's
to
talk
say
about that
anything
for
on
a second,
Borderlands
because-
to know I'm getting Borderlands.
I
I
saw it. I couldn't really tell what his action skill was.
it's
though.
random select.
It's randomness.
Yeah,
It's
that's
literally
what it
random
looked
select. Like
I didn't actually read anything about it. I just saw it, and like he just randomly transforms into other stuff, kind of like his arms
okay.
will transform into guns sometimes. It's really odd.
I have no idea what his skill tree is going to look like because I don't know how it's going to work with random select. But I know a couple of the randoms, like Torg Fiesta, is basically he just erupts grenades around him, and I don't know
Please
if that's
tell me
like
Torg is screaming whenever he does
I don't know. I don't know if that's either constantly
Guitar
or
solo.
something. There's basically Clap Zerker, which is he just does the Gun Zerker one with the two guns and shooting. There's like Laser Dance Party where he gets a disco ball and laser beams are emitting from him and he's killing guys.
And this is my
Oh my
character. so
God,
this is
Yeah,
great.
Claptrap.
this is Jared's character. Jared is our claptrap of the group. We already figured out who we are.
And there's
So
like a
Jared's
whole
gonna
bunch of
enjoy
other
that.
ones that I can't specifically remember, but like
This sounds perfect for me,
Yeah, he's
honestly.
just
They're just a
random
random
select.
goofiness.
Yeah, so that should be really good, because I was really curious what in the world. I was thinking maybe the Ninja Assassin claptrap, but maybe that's one of them.
that's probably one of them. He just gets like a sword and you go melee crazy.
He sounds like he'll be really fun. It sounds like he won't be very fun if you're like trying to like grind bosses and get better weapons. But
Yeah,
outside
like
of that, he'd be
okay,
really
random
fun
select. I need you to do the one that does a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
The
Oh
gun,
man, the
gun
one that
Zerker.
does nothing.
You,
Yeah, it's like he's in
you'd want the gun
Metronome.
Zerker and then you get the laser dance party, yeah.
He needs to do it and just cry. That needs to be one of his things, just crying.
That would be a great.
I would love that.
Sad,
Just
sad
a troll.
birthday
chance
party.
of sadness. That'd be great.
No, it needs to learn from Destiny, and there needs to be a dance button in Borderlands. I just need to make it the back button or something, and make
At
the
least
map
just
the
for
start
Claptrap.
button. Yeah. Well, no,
I
for
don't
all
think
of
it
them. They
needs
all
a
need
dance
dances.
button.
I need a beatbox button, that's what
That
I
was by far the best part of the Destiny beta, was just dancing. I literally think half of my time on that game was just sitting in the tower dancing. Going up on top of my flag and dancing. Finding other random people and starting a dance party.
Personally, I don't think Destiny is going to be as great a game as it's being hyped up to be. I think it's going to be very good, but I don't think it's going to be like mind-blowing and change anything. It's just going to be a really good MMO light game.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be very good, but I want to talk about that more later because it'll be more relevant later once it's closer to coming out. So let's move on to the next topic, another Gamescom thing. This is pretty much for me and Jared because we know you guys don't care about Call of Duty, but me and Jared care about Call of
Fuck
Duty.
Call of Duty.
Me
And
and
I'm out.
Jared.
to be fair, we don't necessarily care about Call of Duty that much, but we're actually intrigued this year.
No, we are. So I want to just go over because many Call of Duty fans are very different. They'll tell you different things. Most of them are very tiny, but that's another point entirely. Anyway, so let's just start off with what our history of COD. I think I speak for both of us here when I'm going to go over each of these games. Started with COD 4 because none of the older ones past COD 4 really live up very well. I guess would be the right way to say. I mean, COD 2 was good, but it doesn't hold up very well. But COD 4 was great. Very little you would change about that game. Kind of influenced every first-person shooter today. Moved on to
Halo
World War.
4. What?
Well, yeah, but let's
Anyway,
never talk about that.
back on
Never
good
bring
stuff.
it up. Anyway, moved on to World at War, which wasn't a bad game, but no one really played it because COD 4 was so amazing. So, kind of completely outclassed. Then I moved on to MW2, which was... It had a lot of problems throughout at first. It started off with hacked lobbies, Javelin glitch, the Javelin glitch.
So is this going to
Care
talk
package
about
knifing.
Advanced Warfighter
No,
or
I'm
just the
I'm-
entire history of Call of Duty?
I'll
Our
get
history.
into that. Our history, because...
Okay.
Because a lot of people are just like, oh, it needs to go back to the olden days or whatever. But then, after that, it was Black Ops 1, which was terrible in our minds. It was
Ghost.
not a fun game. Ghost was OP as hell. Then moved on to MW3, which was also terrible, unfortunately. Really thought after that Call of Duty was done for... Oh, I didn't even talk about the MW2 noob tubes. That ruined that game.
Yeah.
Talk about that first. Good
That-
lord. That's
Do
when
they
Call
still
of
have
Duty
it in
becomes
Advanced Warfare?
-1 out of 10 for that game because of
It'll
those.
it'll never be as bad as that. They got so much bad publicity for that. That was mostly because Vincent Pell and Jason West left, and Infinity Ward kind of broke up to start and make Titanfall eventually. But anyway, moved on. MW3 was terrible. Black Ops was terrible. Then Black Ops 2 came out. Black Ops 2 saved that franchise in my eyes because that franchise was going on a terrible downward spiral, and Black Ops 2 was great.
Black Ops 2 honestly probably had the best balance out of any Call of Duty ever.
Amazing game. It had some technical problems, but other, like host and lag comp and all that, but other than that, great. And then Call of Duty Ghosts was absolutely terrible. So, Advanced Warfare. They had their little 30-minute thing where they showed off the game and everything.
And I want to start saying I had no expectations for this game coming in. I saw like the initial stuff for it when they first announced it. I said this is just gonna fail.
Yeah,
There's no way it's gonna work.
Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
But it looked. I had no expectations for it at all. I'm like, it's just trying too hard to be like other games. And it's made by Sledgehammer, and they only have experience making half of MW3, and that game was always terrible. And this is their first full game, so I had no expectations for this game. They showed it off, and I'm actually very intrigued by it. I don't know why everybody's saying it's Titanfall 2, because, I mean, yeah, there's a jetpack double jump system now, but other than that, it's not like Titanfall at all. It's just like Call of Duty after that. And it's not like they're drastically changing like everybody says they are. Well, some people say they are, but I don't want to get into what other people say, because other people are retarded.
Yeah. But I think the game... that trailer actually got me intrigued, and from what the gameplay I've seen of it, it actually looks like it could be a legitimate good game.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually doing the score streak system right, which Ghost did not do right at all.
Yeah, we'll see what Infinity Ward does again with their next one, but
I'd rather not. But anyway,
probably the worst developer at this point.
I think the best thing they're doing, they're making it like Black Ops 2, where they add the pick 13 system. It's not a pick 10 system, but you get to create everything in your class slot with the predetermined and score streaks. I don't know if score streaks are good. I think score streaks should be the same for all classes, but I'm intrigued about this. I won't get it on launch. I'll probably get it near Christmas time, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I think it might actually work.
And it can't be worse than Ghost, so it has that going for it.
No, Ghost is probably the worst. Well, probably one of the worst things ever made. And oddly enough, it's made by Infinity Ward, who also, like I said,
well, it's made by an entirely different Infinity Ward than made the first two good Infinity Ward games.
But no, I will definitely be playing that, and I will see what it's like.
I'm curious. It could fail. It could.
I mean,
fail.
It's Call of Duty. It's easy to fail.
Yeah. But the people who say it just never changes, I don't like that approach at all. People say it never changes because you don't want a game that's good to change a lot. I don't agree with the yearly releases that they do, but they make a ton of money, so why not? But I think that's very dumb to say you need to change your game more. No, you don't need to change your game more. The best sequels didn't change at all. It just took them a while to come out. Like GTA 5 was a great sequel to GTA 4. Didn't really change anything.
Yeah,
it changed the online a little bit.
It changed the control scheme too, which really was nice.
Well, it changed the driving.
If you don't realize the difference in quality between GTA 4 and GTA 5, then I am sorry, sir.
No, there is
no
a
idea
definite...
what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying there's a definite improvement there, but that game came out, 7 years later, 8 years later? Something like that? The core mechanics were still the exact same. A lot of the stuff was still the exact same.
Well,
and it wasn't bad.
that's how you make games in a series.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but they added a bunch of shit to it.
They didn't add a lot.
Yeah, they did. They added a lot to like the whole interactive city and stuff like that, and like mini games and driving and how the gun mechanic works.
It's not very different from GTA 4. I don't think it is.
They're not big. They're not big gameplay differences. Those are minor
Yeah.
Like almost
That's what a sequel
secondary
should be.
differences
They
that
did
are.
it perfect, and they waited long too, and it paid off for them because it's already like the third most high-selling game ever, which is ridiculous, but it is, and it's gonna get even more since it's coming out to next gen and PC. And then when you see a game does change a lot, Halo 4, cough cough, it goes absolutely terrible, and it doesn't work very well, and now people are yelling at them to go
Well,
back.
Halo 4 could have changed a lot, but it's just the fact that their changes were bad. Like,
their changes were
copy-paste
terrible.
weapon set and just, like,
Ugh.
really boring,
It was not
dull,
a Halo
nothing.
game.
The
The
kill
campaign was
cams
good.
of laughter, those things were.
Those kill
Those
cams,
kill
so
cams were
laggy.
so bad.
I hope those got better in an update, but oh my god, if they were like the kill cams on launch, that was hilarious. I wonder if it was better for host. I don't know. Anyway, I'll move on from Call of Duty since no one really cares for Call of Duty, I would assume. So
Well, we just had our half-hour break of Call of Duty,
that wasn't that
so,
long.
you know.
We'll talk about the MPD report came out yesterday. For those of you who don't know, it's just a group that it sees how well the consoles are selling, what games are selling the highest. For the month of July, July is honestly not really important, but this was the big news story of yesterday, so I figured we'd throw it in here. July's not important because it's July. Nothing really is happening in July.
Summer games drought is continuing as
Yeah.
strong as ever.
Well, no, it's the end of the summer drought. Because August is when it starts.
Almost the
And
end.
So, and made it no
Well,
big surprise that Last of Us
Yeah,
came out
the
ahead on that.
The top 10 was Last of Us, Minecraft, and that doesn't include PC Minecraft. This is only console games and handheld games. Well, Watch Dogs counts as PC, but Last of Us, or Minecraft doesn't. It's Last of Us, Minecraft, FIFA, Watch Dogs, Mario Kart, Ghosts, GTA 5, Sniper Elite 3, NBA, and Lego Marvel Superheroes. So, not really too much there.
Other
the biggest
than
thing,
Last of Us makes sense, the rest of it's just, yeah, that's kind of what came
Yeah.
out the last couple months.
Yeah.
well,
pretty
Minecraft
much.
and FIFA are both
But like I
pretty
said,
old.
it's the summertime. There's nothing
Yeah, there's-
coming out.
Which
So
I think is dumb. Developers need to make summer releases. That's why Borderlands 1 was so popular.
they
The-
can make May releases.
best-
Give some people to play
The
over summer
best
break.
summer release
Yeah,
was Red Dead
exactly.
Redemption because it came out that summer and had no competition the entire summer.
Exactly.
And it
When you have
was
no
amazing.
competition, a bunch of bored high school and college kids that during summer break that are doing nothing, it's the perfect time to release a game. I don't know why people don't do it. So they try to cram everything into the Christmas season, which
Because
doesn't
they
make
know-
sense.
because they know parents and people like buy a ton of shit during the Christmas season.
Yeah, but you saw how well Red Dead and Borderlands both did. Borderlands is a brand new IP. No one thought Borderlands was going to be any good.
And
Man,
arguably
it was
one of my
great.
all-time favorite series at this point.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
great.
you know, some people just don't think, especially publishers of games.
The other big news out of the MPD report was that Sony had the best-selling console again for the 10th straight month, I think. It's always been the best-selling console since it came out, I'm pretty sure. Which doesn't surprise me. I like the Xbox One better. I think it has better games. It's the same price now. Phil Spencer has done a very good job at cleaning up Don Matrix's mess of
Because
adding
Patrick is an
Kinect and
idiot.
online requirements. God, let's just be glad Matrix won. But once they had that initial E3, they were never going to sell as well as Sony.
No,
Just
the
after those
Xbox was
E3 press
doomed by Don
conferences,
Matrick.
yeah, it was doomed. It's better now, I think.
It's
better
great
now,
It's a great system, yeah.
but
Just
it's
waiting
too
for
late.
like the real benchmark games to come out. Titanfall is great, but
There's still plenty
else.
of people who haven't gotten a console yet, but there's so many PlayStations that have been sold. The main thing I think of when you get a new console is what are your friends playing? And there's the price, but the price is the exact same, so that's not a big issue. But it's what your friends are playing, and most people, well, not most, but a lot of people switched over to PS4. So I think Xbox is kind of doomed from here, but it's gonna sell well. It's not gonna hurt them or anything, but it won't get as popular, I don't think.
It's still the second best-selling console within a year of launch anyway, so it's not a failed launch at all.
No, not at all.
But the report, like I said, Last of Us, that's easily expected with the remastered edition. a lot of new people going to PlayStation. I mean, it only had 2 days to sell, and I guarantee it probably sold at least 1 million copies in those 2 days. So, and then
It's 'cause Last of Us is a
Minecraft is
really
Minecraft.
good
It's
game.
always going to sell. I mean, I'm not saying that. I've seen it. I've never actually played it, but I've watched Let's Plays of it or playthroughs, and it looks amazing. Really, really well done story, and it's Naughty Dog, so that's always a plus because they have a good history of making good games.
I'm just not generally interested in like the financial reports of end of the month sales. I don't really care.
I think it's just a good way to judge on what's being played a lot right now, because I've been trying to think since Major Nelson stopped posting the live activity chart, I just always wonder what is being played the most on Xbox right now. Because I don't think Titanfall is very popular. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's very popular, though, so I think Call of Duty would unfortunately still be number one. But there's not that many games out right now.
I don't know if Call of Duty's number one. It's pretty low population from what I remember. I mean, I haven't owned Call of Duty in I don't know how long on Xbox, but even a month after it released, it was only barely getting 30,000 a day. I don't know if it's getting that anymore.
It was getting more than that. Plus, that was when the console was brand new. That was back when people couldn't get the console unless they pre-ordered like we did.
True.
I think those numbers are...
I think Ghost is probably the lowest population.
There's a lot of people who don't like that game. But there aren't a lot of games right now. The games are coming out this year, so that should be nice. So let's go on to what we've been playing this week. I'll go first. I am loving Hearthstone. I just discovered that game like a month ago. I recommend that game to everyone. That game is fantastic. I highly recommend. I've never even played a game like I haven't played a card game since I was a kid and played the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy Advance. And that's a free-to-play game. It's great. It's just great.
Let's get addicted to digital card games, folks.
Yes. Oh my god.
Hey,
I'm
Uno
so proud
was
of the
a
fact
thing.
that. God, let's not talk about Uno.
Uno's fantastic.
Uno was the last game I legitimately rage quit. It's so bad. But I've been playing that. I've been playing Trials Fusion. Just got all my platinum medals in every track, so I'm very happy about that. Love my Trials Fusion. I always play Halo 3 because Halo 3, I love that game. Best multiplayer game of all time, probably. Right there with COD 4. Always play Halo 3, but mostly just Hearthstone and Trials. Great games.
And as this podcast goes on, that will be the game brought up every podcast at this section where we tell you where we're playing.
Yep.
Probably gonna be the same games for me and Peplaw.
No, I forgot
time.
though. Guacamelee is on that list as well. I think I'm close to beating it. Very good game.
Is it good? Because I still haven't played it yet.
It's actually pretty good.
Okay, I'll need to try it then.
Yeah,
it is actually
it's kind
worth
of
your
like
time.
it is kind of almost like, imagine like Super Paper Mario with like better mechanics. It's like that.
Yeah.
But it's really good. I recommend it. For a free game, it's fantastic. I would have spent like $20 on it, but it's good. So those are the 4 games I've been playing.
And I've been playing most of the same shit because me and Peplaw always play like the same games together. But I also play Trials, and I also just got my platinum medals as well, and a lot quicker than Peplaw did, which he's not too happy about.
I got all of them, and I still have better times than you on almost every single track.
That's because I haven't gone for speedruns. You've done the speedrun attempts to beat my time.
It's because you're a scrub.
You're just pissy because I went from 4 faults to 0 faults in Platinum Inferno in like 2 hours.
Whatever. You've also been playing NHL, though. I haven't been playing
NHL, I love playing NHL. Always love drop-in games. Been playing, another thing we didn't mention was Black Ops 2. Always go back to that one.
Yeah, we've been playing that. It's always nice to go back to.
I will always use my Executioner in that game. That is by far one of the best weapons ever in a Call of Duty game. And pretty much what I've been doing. I've been playing Minecraft every now and then. Starting to get back into Watch Dogs now that I have free time. Yeah, PC. I can't do it on there every now and then. I've been getting back into Watch Dogs, though. probably gonna try beating
Watch
that.
Dogs was a good game.
pretty
I don't know
soon.
why. I know why it got so much hate because it wasn't the same as when they showed it at the conference.
It
They
was
showed the graphics and everything.
boring. Yeah.
It was not a bad game. It was a good game.
It's a
It
very
wasn't
entertaining
bad
game.
mechanically, but it was boring.
I found it really enjoyable just running around hacking other people's phones in that game.
Yeah, I just love running around in that game.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
That
kind
wasn't
of
the main
behind on the story.
campaign
I'm
or the
only
main
on like
crux.
Act 2 because I just love running around. The story is even good. I just love running around and doing random stuff.
No, the story was way too generic and simple, and you
Boring.
knew exactly what was going to happen. I agree
I
with
think
that.
with most games you can tell what's going to happen
Boring.
with the story. Besides, like,
Yeah, but some games, tell
Not
that same
BioShock.
story a lot better. Anyway, John, what have you been
Mm.
playing? Because I want to
Yeah,
go last.
Huh?
John, you've been playing.
I don't know.
John,
You
what have
made
you
me
been
go
playing this
replay
week?
Ocarina of Time again.
I
It was
didn't
very
make
fun.
you go replay Ocarina of Time.
You made me replay it. I played it a little bit, and I'm like, I need to play this thing again.
Oh, that reminds me. I should also mention I've been playing Smash Brothers Melee again. I don't know why, I just have. Anyway,
You offered to get me past the place on my 3DS.
And you still haven't
version.
moved on, I'm assuming.
I still haven't played it since you helped me do that.
And it was fun.
That
It was so
inspired
much fun.
you to go play the rest of Ocarina of Time.
Well, because I remember it was like the greatest game, and I don't know. It's okay.
people
I don't know if it
generally
holds
refer
up.
to that game as the greatest game of all time. Which
I honestly like Wind Waker probably close to or more than Ocarina of Time. But also, you need to play it because you need to get Hyrule Warriors and learn people and shit.
Pokemon Yellow, best game.
But I don't know. I'm also playing Plants vs Zombies right this second, since none of you guys will. You can't hear anything. And then also Minecraft. I made myself a good village because Jared's not online anymore.
I saw that village. I was playing that earlier today.
Villagers are retarded, Jared. Never make them. They're a
Also,
bitch to get.
You need to put fences around that because they will get destroyed by zombies and light the crap out of there.
Yes, that's why I said they're retarded. They've died I've lost 7 of them.
Yes.
It's stupid.
Fence it up, and I'll show you how to make decent lights.
No, it needs to look realistic, Jared. Not just light up every single section of it.
I'm not saying it's just torch spam it. I will show you how to make good-looking lampposts.
Yeah.
I
like my
actually know how to
lampposts.
make stuff in that. I just choose not to.
You just dig. You just strip mine.
I just
in
I do
Minecraft,
strip
is
mine.
that it?
And then Ocarina of Time, maybe. And maybe replay Paper Mario soon. Gotta replay that thing every once in a while. Gotta replay that.
All right. Well,
What?
That's
You have to.
That's a week of nostalgia craziness, obviously. And mine kind of goes along with that, but my nostalgia was more recently. I got hardcore back into Skyrim, but also got crazy with adding like hundreds of mods to it, and I think I've broken my Skyrim about 3 times now, where I've had to uninstall a lot of things and reinstall it, but I finally got it to a stable thing, and I've just been replaying Skyrim because that's really fun, and then adding a bunch of mods that put a lot more variety, like add a whole ton of more armors. I did that mod, and you're not... The person sitting next to me just made a gesture, and I'm not going to explain what he did. But I added hair physics to the game, and some other physics to the game.
Jiggle physics.
Really?
It's something from
a
another version.
tasteful way, Jared.
Uh-huh.
Tasteful. It's quite tasteful.
Tasteful is Mad Moxie style, right?
Tasteful. But I also added like a whole bunch of other,
Saw that message
lore-friendly and cool stuff that gives it a lot more detail.
So that's all you've been doing, Skyrim?
Yes, pretty much.
That's all
Skyrim.
I've been seeing him do. Every time I open up my computer, Cuckles22 has started playing Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
And then you see me do it like 5 times in a row.
5 times because he's installing a different mod every fucking time.
Or the game's crashing and I have to fix it.
I should mention I also downloaded Quickscope Simulator, which is hilarious.
Which the file you sent me doesn't work. I'm quite upset.
Exactly what I downloaded, and it works fine. So that game is out there completely. But all right, let's wrap it up here. That'll usually be our wrap up, but I just wanted to do one last one for the debut episode here. Since we're in early August, what game are you looking forward to most this year, since we're about to come on a lot of games this year? Jared, let's start with you.
I don't know if we can count, remake stuff, because if we can, it's the Master Chief Collection. If
Yeah,
not,
you can count that.
okay, well, then that's going to be it. But I was going to say, also, Borderlands. The pre-sequel, I'm a sucker for Borderlands, always will be. I love it with a passion. And I'm going to be claptrap and I'm going to dance.
You hope you can dance.
I'm going to dance. I will find a way to dance.
You're not going to be going up any stairs, but
No.
John, what are you looking forward to most this year? Because I know it was Evolve.
It was Evolve, but I don't know. Maybe Tropico, but
Didn't that?
I don't know. No, it's not. It's out for PC, not for 360. It comes out like November for 360, but maybe that because still. No, it's not. It's coming out to the PS4, but not the one for some reason. Yeah, it's really, really odd.
There's another game that's doing that. There's a game that's coming out on Xbox One and PS4 and 360, but not PS3 because Ubisoft said it works better. I think it was Far Cry 4. I could be wrong about that, but they said it's easier to make games for 360 and One. It's easy to make backwards games for Xbox One and 360 than it is for PS4 and PS3. I don't know why.
Most of makes Tropico can't go to the One.
Yeah, that's
the Tropico thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It should be easier to make it for the next gen console.
Maybe it's because Xbox One isn't selling as good as PS4.
Hell,
360, they still have it.
Right now, Tropico 5 is on sale on Steam.
Don't start the troll fights in the comments, John. That'd be bad.
Yeah, but it's 30%. It's 33% off on Steam, and it still hasn't come out for the console yet.
Yeah. Well, Steam's always has stuff on sale. I don't know if that's a big deal, but Steam sales are great. I do wish I was more of a PC gamer, although I hate mouse and keyboard. But what are you looking forward to?
It's just another controller. Well, Evolve's out. Borderlands, sure. Destiny, sure. Dragon Age, I guess, if it's still coming out this year.
Is it?
I think it got pushed back. I think it got pushed back to, or didn't it? Or no, it just got pushed back to like November or something.
I don't know. Generally, I'm not...
Released November 18th.
Yeah, it got pushed back to November.
That's pretty much the sum equivalent of what I'm looking forward to that's coming out this year still.
So, the games I'm purchasing this year probably are going to be Geometry Wars, because I said that's going to be this year. I can't wait to see footage of that game. I love the Geometry Wars, but Geometry Wars, Borderlands, Destiny, Halo, maybe Pokemon if my brother lets me steal his 3DS, but I think he wants to play it, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But I would say Halo, just because Halo 3 is one of my favorite games ever, and Halo 2 is a great game as well. And being able to play that campaign back with those amazing cutscenes is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that.
I got an Xbox pretty late, so I never played the Halo 2 campaign or Halo 1.
I got an Xbox purely because of Halo 2, because I could have got a PS3 or an Xbox 360. This was before Halo 3 was out. And I'm like, I'm just going to get an Xbox so I can play Halo 2, because I had a PS2 beforehand, so I made the switch.
Before we start rambling into another subject, I think we need to cut it here.
No, probably. I agree. So, that'll do it for the debut episode.
Thanks to anyone who decided to listen to this.
If you're still listening,
you're still here.
You deserve a cookie. Oh my god.
Give yourself a cookie.
Yeah. Email me, I'll send you a cookie. It'll be great.
It'll take 4 to 6 weeks, might be a little hard. Could be a little moldy. You'll still get the cookie.
I'll get you whatever cookie you want, though, man. If you're still listening, that's we'll try to do this on a weekly basis. This is the debut. Hope it went well. I think it went well. So, hopefully, we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
The
Please cut
goodbye
it off on
to
the
grade.
Please cut it off on the air.